Hey guys, hope everyone is doing okay. Nabil here with the latest news from the world of SNK. And today it's a very Samurai Showdown centric video. I know you're looking at Andy here, but I want to get that out of the way before we talk about what happens with Samurai Showdown, or actually what's happening with Samurai Showdown. So before we start, gentle reminder, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as usual. So here's the thing. After every King of Fighters 15 trailer, we do have a bit of insight from the game main designer, the talented artist I must add, Tomohiro Nakata. So Andy was released last week. We didn't get an immediate insight, but we did get it today. So here's Andy in all his glory. I freaking love this art, man. This guy knows how to draw, man. I can't wait to see. Hopefully he's the one doing the endings, because that'll be awesome to see this style. It's very manga slash anime, which really fits with the King of Fighters in general. So this is what Tomohiro Nakata had to say about Andy. Andy's overall design hasn't changed much compared to 14, but his 3D model has been beefed up and he looks a lot cooler now. Ditto. He has a lot more muscle now above the waist, which I think really balances his overall look rather nicely. Now, clearly he didn't say much compared to what he said about the other characters, and that's because Andy, in terms of design, he's the character that changed the most, but also didn't change at all, right? I mean, his outfit is the same, his moveset seems to be the same, but he looks a lot better, right? I mean, we've all seen that. The way he looks is amazing, man. His beefier, his hair physics, guys. You know I was gonna say it. I do not disappoint my fans. Hair physics are something in this game. So that's all I have to say about the King of Fighters 15. And by the way, I'm hoping we're gonna get a new trailer on Wednesday. And if we do, here's my expectations. All right, Terry Bogart. I mean, it has to be Terry at this point. It's not mine, because we saw that special intro, which I think that only happens between rivals. I don't think they're gonna have an intro like that, 3D intro acted out for every single encounter. I don't think that's gonna happen. I hope so, but I don't think so. So I think Mai is kind of like his rival in a way. So I think that's why they have that scene together that we saw in the trailer, which means she's not with him in the team. Now we could have someone else. I mean, they could surprise us having another character in the the Fatal Fury team, but I think it's gonna be Terry, and I think Terry is gonna look exactly like he does in Smash and the Arika fighting EX Slayer, because that will be, the character is going to be recognizable for the people who don't know the King of Fighters, but play these games, mainly Smash, which has a big player base. So I don't think he's gonna have his Mark of the Wolves look, at least not as the main costume. I think he's gonna look exactly like he does in those two guest characters, which is kind of like how he looked when he in Fatal Fury 2 and other Fatal Fury games. I don't like how he looks in 14. I don't like the jacket, I don't like the hat, so hopefully it's gonna look a lot cooler than that. Again, just speculation at this point. Let's see what happens. Moving on. Samurai Showdown is getting a season 3. We all knew that, right? We're gonna get new characters. We're gonna get Cham Cham. We're gonna get Hibiki, a Guilty Gear character, and another character which I'm hoping is gonna be Genon. I mean, come on, really? It's the only one missing from the first game. But we're also gonna get a balanced patch and a brand new gaming mechanic, which is the Guard Crush, coming to Samurai Showdown. And today SNK has released the patch note for the Samurai Showdown Season 3. Again, this is gonna happen. This is version 2.10. We're looking at the changes here. They actually released, a very detailed PDF document with all the changes. And we're gonna go through all of them here and explain as much as I can what we're seeing here. So let's start with the improved features. Added DLC characters, so we're talking about Cham Cham here. Added the Guard Crush function. Now this completely changes the game. It's an internal Guard Crush meter. There's an internal Guard Crush meter increases whenever an opponent blocks regular and special attacks. The opponent will be able to be Guard Crushed once they turn red. landing a standing heavy slash during this phase will perform a guard crush. Just defending an opponent's attack will not reduce one's internal guard crush meter. Also, just defending can prevent one from being guard crushed when glowing red. Weapons can now be this is okay. We'll get to this one. Let's talk about this part here first. So yes, we're gonna have a new meter, which is the guard crush meter, and it increases whenever the opponent is blocking regular or special attacks. Once it reach its limit, the opponent will be able to be guard crushed once they turn red. So you can crush their blocking. This changes the game. Landing a standing heavy slash during this phase will perform a guard crush. So the opponent increases whenever an opponent blocks. Okay, so landing a standing heavy slash during this phase when the opponent is turned red will perform a guard crush. Just defending an opponent's attack will not reduce one's internal guard crush meter. So it's an internal guard crush meter. When they say internal, I think they mean we're not gonna see it. I mean, we're not gonna see. There's not gonna be another meter that you can see on screen. This is internal, so it's probably not gonna show. It's kind of strange. Makes it kind of difficult to guess. I guess we'll get used to it. We'll see. So just defending an attack does not reduce your guard crush meter, making just defend more crucial than it already is. Also, just defending can prevent one from being guard crushed when glowing red. So you can just defend a guard crush move. And here's another one that I don't really like it. So let's see how it turns out. Weapons can now be picked up even if scrolled off screen. Press the button to pick up your weapon while touching the edge of the screen where the weapon previously was to pick it up. I don't like that. I do not like that. This was a whole, mind game when your opponents lose the weapon and you try to get them away from their weapon, so the weapon is not on screen anymore. That means they can't get it. Now all they have to do is go back and the weapon is gonna teleport into their hands. I don't like that at all. I'm not sure why they're doing that. I mean, this whole thing was a game mechanic, right? This is something I'm not a fan of. So let's see how it turns out once the patch comes out and we try it, because that makes it easy. Once you actually push your opponent or bring your opponent away from the sword, all they have to do is just go back to the edge of the screen and boom, it just appears in their hand. So I don't like that. I'm very intrigued about the guard crush mechanic. I want to see how it's going to change the game, but I don't like this, weapons that can now be picked even if scrolled off screen. I don't like that. All right, let's see some of the change of improvements made to characters. And some of them I will be able to explain. Some of them I won't, because I probably don't play the character. So let's see. All characters stance break, so now vulnerable for the first frame of startup. All characters now have the same startup times. Advancing, shorten the distance before touching the opponent and coming to a stop. You can now dodge even when advancing. This is big. So while you're advancing, you can dodge an attack. Well, this is game changing, guys. This completely changes the game. Also, shorten the distance before touching the opponent and coming to a stop. So isn't that making the advancing a little bit faster? Shorten the distance before touching the opponent. Yeah, so it kind of makes it like they advance a little bit further. But this is big. This is really big. Now let's see. Haomaru, standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup, making it faster. This is the standing close heavy slash. My favorite move for Haomaru, honestly. Cyclone Clash, his projectile, the medium and heavy, increased damage. That's a buff right there. Renton Tremor Slash. This is where he pounds the ground and hits the opponent. Now blows opponents back when hit in midair. So when there's a trade-in between you and your opponent, the opponent gets blown back, making it safer. Alright, Nakoruru, standing far, medium slash, decreased attack startup. right? Making it faster. Advancing light slash, now cancelable. That's interesting. The Anu Mutsube, heavy and during max rage, shrunk top side of hurt box. Okay. Rera Mitsube, now invulnerable to in-air attacks on startup. Now these are all buffs here that we've seen, at least for Hamo or Nakururo. Amubeyatoro no longer downs an opponent on hit. Alright, so that's not a buff at all. Hattori Hanzo, standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup, making it faster. It's already quite a fast move, I think. Fallen Ninja Cicada Larva. Alright, now disappears faster. Pretty much all his teleports are now faster. Gashi Ninja Cicada Larva disappears faster. Ninja Silencer disappears faster. Ninja Mondance now disappears faster. So all his teleports, and that's all 4 of them, is now faster during the teleport. So it disappears quickly. The Ninja Exploding Dragon Blast, which is his projectile, his fighting projectile, increased hitbox upwards. Alright, it's already one of the, Hanzo players usually use this projectile to, put a lot of pressure on the opponent, and the only way is try to time your jumps, and now it actually increased the hitbox upwards. Wow, alright. Galford, standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup, again making it faster. So many buffs, guys. Crouching, holding forward kick, reduced recovery frames, now cancelable. Advancing medium slash, decreased attack startup. All buffs, man. This game is changing. Wow. Tachibana Ukyo, standing farm medium slash, expanded lower hitbox. Alright. Advancing light slash, character now slides forward slightly during attack. Alright, okay. Advancing heavy slash, reduced recovery frames on block, increased active hitbox frames. Man, Ukyo is getting stronger. Advancing kick, no longer downs an opponent on hit. Alright, so that's a nerf right there. Concealed saber, swallowed swipe. So that's that's the Tsubame Gaishi. I don't know the English names. I think this is the Tsubame Gaishi. No? Yeah, the Swallow Swipe. I think this, Tsubame Gaishi. Decreased attack startup. This is during max rage. So when he's in max mode, when he's in max rage, which means where his rage meter is full, it becomes faster. So it decreased attack startup. Senryo Kiyoshiro, one of the characters that really needs a buff. So let's see what happens. Standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup. That's good. Crouching closed light slash, now cancelable. That's interesting. Advancing light slash, now cancelable. Advancing kick, resolve differences when armed or unarmed. I didn't know there was a difference there. So they fixed that. Crouch walking, increased movement speed, shrunk the lower hurt box. Toad Plague, oh man, I hate this one. Like when the toad shows up and swallows you. Reduced recovery frames, alright, so making it safer. Increased active hitbox frames. Oh crap, man, that's gonna suck for people who don't like Kiyoshi or play against them. Twisting Heavens, so that's his DP. Decreased attack startup. Tsunami Crunch, his projectile. Increased hitbox upwards. This is, man, Kiyoshiro is looking like he's finally gonna be viable. I mean, it's too early, obviously. We don't have the game yet. We don't have, the patch yet. But this is all good, good buffs for Kiyoshiro. All right, let's keep going. Jubei Yagyu, standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup. Advancing kick, no longer downs opponent, so that's a nerf. Jumping medium slash, expanded hurtbox horizontally, tsunami saber, reduced recovery frames on miss. The game it seems like the whole game is getting faster. I mean, that's what I'm getting here. Like pretty much everyone is getting their moves, sped up. So and I think that you can even now you can dodge while moving, like going forward. That's interesting. Tam Gabura. Expanded grab, hitbox horizontally. The Paguna decreased attack startup. Man, I already hate this move. Sultana Senke is probably going to be pleased to see this. Charlotte, Standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup. Standing holding forward kick, no longer downs an opponent on hit. Okay. Try slash during max rate, increase the amount of hits when charged to its fullest. That's good. That's good. Genjiro. All right, let's see what's happening to my boy Genjiro. Standing holding forward kicks. That's his his three hits kick. No longer downs an opponent on hit. Really? All right. Now cancelable. All right, was it cancelable already? Standing holding forward kick. Okay. Oh, that's not the 3. No, that's not the 3. That's the one that actually hits you and makes you fall. So now it doesn't down the opponent on hit, and now you can cancel it. That's pretty good that you can cancel it. That's actually good. You probably can cancel it into a DP. So that's a fair trade. You lose the fact that they can downs the opponent, but it is cancelable now. Slash of 100 demons, increased chip damage. Oh, that's good, man. That's good. Like in the previous games, you get a lot of chip damage from this move, which wasn't the case in the new Samurai Shodown. Earthquake, fat bound, added a hitbox behind the character on the 3rd hit. All right, there's not much changes here to Earthquake. Shiki, standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup. Advancing kick no longer downs an opponent on hit. There's a lot of movements that used to actually down the opponent on hit that they don't do that. I think looking at all this, like the pace of the game is gonna be faster. You don't down opponent easily. All moves are kind of, well, not all moves. Many moves have decreased startups or your faster recovery, making the game speed in general a bit, slightly faster. Also that the guard crush, trying to avoid people just blocking. So they're trying to make the game more offensive and making it a little bit faster. Hey, that's interesting. I don't know how that's gonna turn out. Lotus Dance of Sublimation. I think that's their, what's that? Light heavy. I don't know these English names, man. Reduce recovery frames. Resolve an issue where under circumstances the attack motion would perform even though the opponent was not grabbed. Yoshitora Tokugawa. Standing close medium slash. Altered damage parameters. First hit does more, second hit does less. Now that's a buff because, yeah, you get the more damage from the first hit. Standing far medium slash. Extended hitbox horizontally on second attack, alright? Advancing medium slash, altered damage parameters, first hit does more. Pink blossoms. Increased opponent recovery on guard. Alright, so I'm making it less safe. Alright. White ladies now invulnerable to in-air attacks on startup. Okay, that's because usually you could actually when about to start the move you can actually hit him if you're jumping on Yoshitora. Not the case anymore. So that's a buff. Camellias, increase opponent's recovery on guard. All right. Morning Glory, decrease attack startup. Yashamaru, standing close heavy slash. Oh, dude, decreased attack startup, making it faster, man. That's the damage on this one is crazy already. Arctic Tempest. Slightly reduced the amount traveled forward on final hit. All right, so minor nerf here. The Azuri Gale on ground, heavy during max. Now invulnerable to in-air attacks on startup. Ooh, Azuri Gale. Now invulnerable to projectiles on startup. Okay, double jump after Wintry Gust. Can now double jump while holding up. This is really good for Yashamaru players, man. I used to be one, not anymore. I'm still waiting to see what happens to my boy, Kazuki. Darly Dagger, standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup, alright. Advancing medium slash, first hit now cancelable. Oh god. High Tide, extended grab hitbox in front of character. Blade Surf during max range, now invulnerable to in-air attack. Dude, Darly is now even more of a beast than she already is. All buffs here. All buffs, no nerfs. Wu Reishan, standing close heavy slash, decreased attack startup. Second attack now downs opponent when hit mid-air. Alright. Crouching, close, medium slash, added the guard point. Okay. Crouching, close, heavy slash. Now attacks twice with the second hit, pulling the opponent closer. Crouching kick, increase opponent knockback duration on hit. All buffs again. Rimururu, standing far, medium slash. Decrease attack startup. Standing kick cancelable. Cone reel, non-reel, increase hitbox upwards. Cone reel, non-reel during max mode. Max rage. Now invulnerable to in-air attacks on startup. Kamui Shitoke, if the first hit lands, the second will also now land. Rupu Kwade Tutu. Resolved issues with under circumstances damage was not properly dealt with. Man, Rimuru is also getting some pretty nice buffs here. Shizumaru. Now Shizumaru, a lot of people were asking for Shizumaru to be nerfed. And I don't see a reason now because everyone is getting buffed. So I'll see what happens. Crazy Downpour with change so that holding tap while weaponless no longer charges his attack. Oh, dude. Okay, so if you lose the weapon, you're not going to be able to charge. Okay. Because before you could lose the weapon, charge, and then pick up the weapon and just go crazy with the crazy downpour. That's not going to be the case. That's not really a nerf, but a tiny one again. Wall jump. Decreased distance moved after jumping off wall. Alright, that's a nerf right there. Reigns of time. Now cancelable into an in-air attack when bounding upwards after hitting an opponent. That's a buff right there. May shower slice. Decreased attack startup. That's also a buff. So they did remove a couple stuff, which is not. I mean, the wall jump decreased the distance slightly. No, he's still a strong character. They didn't give him the end. They did, decrease the startup of the shower slice, which was it's a good move, but it is kind of slow to start. So Basada, jumping heavy slash, expanded hitbox horizontally, shadow dance, dream pull, no invulnerable during the dash. Ooh, man, Basada players are not gonna be happy. A lot of people wanted to see something added to Basada, and that's not looking like it's the case. So Basada is not looking good in this batch. Kazuki, my boy, what happened? Flames of disaster. All recovery frames have been reduced. Ooh, I like that. Exploding death, now invulnerable to air attacks regardless the flames of disaster level. This is really nice. This is really good. Oh my god, that's some good buffs right there. Annihilating flames now hits only once on guard instead of multiple times. All right, that's a nerf. You don't get as much chip damage as you used to. Soul Burner, level 012. No longer downs opponents when hit in air. Okay, tiny nerf. Doesn't change much for me at least. One Fu stand-in, closed medium slash, decreased attack startup, crouching medium slash, altered distance designations, Spirit Blast Whirlwind, increased hitbox, crouch walk and increased movement speed. All right, all buffs here. Mina, stand-in heavy slash, altered distance designations for determining close fire proximity. All right, that's not. We don't know how that's changed. Crouching medium slash. All recovery frames have been increased. All right, no longer downs opponent on hit. So, buff, nerf, extended upper hurt box, buff. Vanishing soul stance, increased time in between shots when arrows are at level 0. So, tiny nerf when you're at level 0. Sogetsu Kazama, standing farm medium slash, now cancelable. Decreased attack startup for the crouching close medium. Increased attack hit frames. Again, all buffs here, guys. Shorten the guard pose whenever an enemy blocks his attack. Extended time needed before controlling the orb. All recovery frames have been reduced. Decreased attack startup for the moon glow. Reduced recovery frames on block. Man, that's this guy is already scary, and now he's gonna get scarier. Iroha, shrunk hitbox horizontally for the jumping, so that's a bit of a nerf. Iron Feather Ridge, increased frames where attack is cancelable. Okay. Drew Dizzle, reduced damage, decreased attack startup, reduced damage, extended upper hurtbox, increased landing recovery frames. So Iroha seems like in general she got a little bit nerfed. I'm not an Iroha player. I haven't seen any like high-level Iroha play lately, so I don't know the reason behind this nerf. Warden. All right, let's see. Warden. Standing heavy / altered distance designations for determining close far proximity. Standing kick now cancelable. Oh, that's interesting. Jumping kick expanded hitbox horizontally. All recovery frames have been reduced for the Warden's Wrath. All recovery frames have been reduced for the Guardian's Assault, making Warden a little bit faster than how he is right now. Gongsung Lee, I don't play this character. I only tried it once. Twisting Maple, decreased attack startup. Cloudfall no longer downs opponent on hit in midair. Increased area where this projectile can be negated by other projectiles. Decreased attack startup for the Lunar Recall. Now launches upwards for the Autumn Tide. And increased flash step recovery frame when weapon is outside screen bound. So it seems like she got buffed a little bit. Not sure. I don't play her right now, so I really don't know much about her, honestly. But all in all, looking at all these patch notes, I mean, it really seems that the game is gonna feel a little faster because of all the how most of the characters are getting, less recovery frames or less startup frames for their moves, and the game is gonna be different, guys. I mean, the season 3 is really gonna change the game. Hopefully, it's gonna breathe a new life in the game. I love Samurai Shodown so much. It's getting difficult to find people online unless I do one of the streams where people, watching the stream join in and we play together. I don't find people online, unfortunately. It's a shame because it's really one of the best fighting games we've had in a very long time. So with SNK doing rollback for the King of Fighters 15, I really hope that they're gonna, whatever this new technology, or not the new netcode that they're doing for the King of Fighters 15, I hope it can be adapted and added to Samurai Shodown. We really need it. It's a great game. It really hurts me, right? It pains my heart to see this game not played as much as it should be. But again, luckily we have season 3 and hopefully SNK will add rollback to this amazing game. So that is pretty much it. So as I said, this was pretty Samurai Shodown centric. Let me know in the comment section what do you guys think about these patches, this patch and all these changes, the Guard Crush and all the major buffs and some nerfs. I'm looking at Basada players right there that they're not gonna be happy. I'm pretty sure of that. Again, let me know all that and more in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thank you for watching.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video from Neo Geo Now. Now don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not done so, and I would like to take this opportunity and thank my patrons for supporting the channel and making this content possible. Making daily videos and especially the documentaries and lore episodes takes a very long time and a lot of effort, and being able to get some support for these time-consuming tasks allow me to keep going and strive for more and better content. With that said, I want to give a big special shout out to Michael, Bryant Yard, Fahad As-Suwaidi, Heinz Green 3, SSBM Slick Tricks, Jacques Paul, and Ken Suenaga. As well as special thanks to Shaka Asamiya, Refugee Robles, Felipe Guimara, Jihao Ju, Gil Sao, Muhammad Al-Blushi, Anthony Longino, and Bernd Ritnas. Those of you who are not yet Neo Geo Now patrons, I hope you will check my Patreon page where you can become patrons, helping the channel produce more videos as well as receive special perks that are exclusive to patrons, like early access to videos, exclusive making-offs, and other SNK digital goodies. Link for the Neo Geo Patreon page is in the description below. So until next time, thank you for watching.